Hey guys, welcome back to the DIY channel. I hope you're all doing great. So today I'm going to be doing this lovely DIY of this circle blouse that I made for myself. So you notice that it's a little bit longer in length. I can style it 3 times. The first one just as a top like that, and then I can also put a belt on it, and then on the third one I can just wear it as a cold shoulder circle top. So without wasting time, let's get into it. So to start off, you need this fabric. I'm using Minimat is this beautiful tribal print, and you need to make sure that when you pick your fabric, you choose a fabric that has a width of about 1.5 meters. Most fabrics usually have a width of 1 meter or 1.2 meters, but go for the one which is a longer width. So I bought 2 meters of this, and then I cut 1.5 by 1.5 meters, which I now went on to fold into 4 times, just like that. I folded it 2 times, and that is how it looks. Then I also folded it again to form this little like triangle. Then I took my pins, made sure everything is aligned and equal. Then I pinned at the corner there. You can put more pins if you want. Then I started marking from there. So you notice that I had about 29 inches. Then I now started to mark 29 inches, just going in a circular motion like that until I go to the other end. Then I drew with my chalk and made sure that, like I can see where the chalk is going. Then I now went on to that part which I drawn, and I used a scissors, and then I cut. So make sure you have like a really good scissors. My scissors is kind of old, but guys, that's a topic for another day. Then I just went on and I cut until I got all the way to the end. So before I open it up, I now went on to the corner. Then at first I marked 3 inches by 3 inches, 3 inches going down, 3 inches going up. And then I drew sort of like a mini curve. And then I now marked 3 inches. This is for the shoulder. And then I marked that 3 inches. Then for the cold shoulder now, I marked 6 inches from that 3 inches that I'd marked. And then to go down 3 inches. Then I drew those circles. So this is the curves that I have. Then I went on to just cut them out with a scissors. So when I open it up, that is how it looks like. So for the front, I now went back and then I marked an extra inch. I always mark an extra inch for the front going down. Then I drew a nice neckline. Then I cut it out with my scissors. You can even make it 1.5 inches going down, depending on how big your head is and what kind of hairstyle you have. If you have a bigger hairstyle, then you might need to add 1 or 2 inches going down. So that is how it looks like now. Now I clearly have a front and a back. So when I open it up, that is how it looks like. It's a big circle with 3 holes in the middle. Then I took my blouse now to my table. So there are my 3 holes. Then I took some bias tape. You can make your own or use the store-bought one. And then, so the first thing that I did is to just open one side of the bias tape, and then I align it with the edge of the neckline, and then I stitch. This is how it looks like when it's stitched. Then after stitching, I now fold it over and I use my hands to hem it down. I prefer to use my hands so that the stitching does not show on the other side. Anyway, there are many ways of applying bias tape. Just do the one which works for you. So that is how it looks like when I have hemmed it down. So as you can see, I've done this for both 3 holes. So when I flip it over, that is what it looks like. And the last step, of course, don't forget to hem the bottom. I overlocked and hem the bottom. If you don't have a overlocker, you can just hem that, or you can also add some bias tape too to the bottom. So here is my top. It came out really lovely. It can also look cute as a maternity top. And when I put on my little belt, that is how it looks like. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching this video. I really hope that you guys are still watching my content. Please continue to support me as you have in the past years. It keeps me motivated. Thank you so much. Bye.